Internally displaced persons launch agitation demanding rehabilitation. Hold meeting with governor along with Kokomi. Ireng Naga villagers block Tiger route in spat over dismantling waiting shed. Situation reported tense. Desam storms Bosom office demanding action against suppliers of substandard peppers. Honoring religion and tradition is duty of each individual, says former Minister Govindas Konthoja. Hello, you're watching ISTV Primetime English News. I'm Jay Shoinau, giving you the news in detail. Internally displaced persons IDPs along with Kokomi marched to Lok Bhavan today, pressing the government to deliver its assurances made to the IDPs. Numerous IDPs along with Kokomi and the people initially gathered at Takhelaikai to march towards Lok Bhavan along Kaishampa Road holding different placards. However, the rally was intercepted at Kaishampa Junction by a large team of Central Forces and Manipur Police. Later, 11 representatives, 5 from Kokomi including convener KH Atoba and 6 from IDPs were selected to meet the Chief Secretary and the Governor. The representatives initially called on the Chief Secretary at the Secretariat complex and proceeded to hold a joint meeting along with the Governor and the Home Secretary at the Lok Bhavan. The meeting, which began at around 3:20 p.m., lasted for about an hour. Speaking to media after the meeting, KH Atoba conveyed that they deliberated on the memorandum submitted to the government and urged to provide a response to the demands. The authorities have assured to provide their answer by tomorrow, he said, and maintained that Kokomi, along with IDPs, will decide on their further course of protest based on the government's response.
Maratagi memorandum copy mari manga puthoga akoina maduda thamkiba wafam singdu macha khaina governor mafam da khoi thame adu haiba myam du tham matung da koina mamang da haijaba dumaina leidiba governor gi administration si miyam gi lengak ne hairaga miyam gi leidiba miyam siga mari leinabra leinadabra haiba wahang du so khoi dum hange adu mathakta miyam na thamba wafam singda pakum pi da basi kai gino haiba wafam sing thame makoina tongning ba tawgada thau sing khara su hai adu moi hayeng si miyam na thamkiba memorandum sing sigi chap chaba in writing da ai bache oina hayeng pizarage hadana admaina haibire ngasi amai pai ngasi salam da targa si pakum se khoi phangam da basi ai adu moina matam sangna na thairaga thaidoga moina mamang da press da thadokhi ba statement ama leikhibudo adu da taisalaga moise dum pethoga leram ba yabagi phim da lei adu miyam houduna ngasi namdana governor da pakum lobu se khoi miyam gi mai pakunen lo adu ga khoi gi buffer zone gi se khoi yam kan haire adu masi chapchana moi madui matang da thabak khar lokhalakani khala.
Irate villagers of Ireng Naga village today blocked the Tiger Road, also known as German Road, connecting Churachandpur with Kangpokpi in a spat move after suspected Kuki militants reportedly dismantled the village waiting shed and defaced a memorial stone with Kuki land stay away writings yesterday evening. Infuriated by the reported acts, village leaders along with women folk blocked the Tiger Road since today morning. The blockade has left several vehicles stranded. It may be noted that ZUF and Kuki militants engaged in a firefight during a Popi destruction drive at Karam Vaifai on 8th of this month. Reports say the tense situation has left nearby residents in state of apprehension. Office bearers of the Desam stormed the office of the Bosom chairman at Babupara today, demanding that the firm supplying substandard paper for textbooks and answer sheets be blacklisted. The protest comes after the quality of the paper was found to be below NCERT standards. The group called for the formation of a high-level inquiry committee to investigate the matter and criticize the printing of textbooks and answer sheets on low-quality paper. They also urged that textbooks be made available to students before the start of the academic session. Speaking on the sidelines, Desam President M. Somojit alleged that Bosom had committed a major scam in printing matriculation textbooks and answer sheets. He claimed that after confirming that substandard papers were in their custody, BOSM used them to print official materials allegedly to earn illegal profits. Somoji demanded that the government constitute a high-level inquiry committee to investigate the roles of the BOSM chairman, education secretary and other officials involved and to impose stringent punishment. He further called for action against members of the paper tender committee who approved the use of low-quality papers. Warning the government, he stated that the SAM would launch an intensified agitation if no action is taken.
अखोई डिमांडी अथुब मतंदा सुगुम्बा टेंडर की मतुंगिना पिबम थोकबा चे पीदबा सब स्टैंडर्ड ओइबा चे पिसलिबा सुगुम्बा फार्म जे मसी टेंडर की प्रोसेस मसादु यावजबा करिगुम्बा टेंडर मन सबमिट तौरिबा चे जे मसी ग मानदबा सब स्टैंडर्ड ओइबा चे पी तारगदी ब्लैक लिस्ट तौबा याय हाइबा वफम भौ यावरिबा से मसी मतुंगिना ब्लैक लिस्ट तौगदबनी अथुब मतंदा हाई लेवल इंक्वायरी कमिटी मा सेंबिरकांदा मसी थिजिनबिगदबनी बोर्ड मसानसु हुजिक फावबा खंगसिन उसिनदना लैरिबा असुगुम अचौबा स्कैम अमा तौबा पोचे खंगसिन उसिन लैबसे यारोय मसाना मसे मियाम ममांगदा याजगदबने हाबसे अखोगी डिमांड दुगा पुनमक्सी मथक्ता अखोगी हेन कंसन डिमांडी अमो ओइगेरा बोर्ड की न फोंगा पुथोगदबा लाइकसे महिरोइसिंगी तमननबा मतम चाना अमसुंग मागी ओइफम तोप क्वालिटी दु चप चाना यावना पीगदबनी करिगुम्बा बोर्डसिना खंगसिन उसिनना सुम लेसनबगी थौंगसिना करिगुम्बा लाइक फंगदबगी इशूसे थोगलाबा अदुगा आंसर शीट की याम लो क्वालिटी की वफम से सुम तौरगा एग्जाम तौरपई मओंग लै तारगदी मसीदा थोकलकपा अफ फत्तगी टेक्सा खुदिमक बोर्ड सिगी रेस्पोंसिबल ओइबा सेक्रेटरी चेयरमैन अदुगा एजुकेशन एस की कमिश्नर अदुगा पीआर लेंगा असिना उगदबने हाबसे देसांगी कोई अचेतपा कोई वफम ने मुसुम कोई डिमांड
MLA of Bishnupur Assembly constituency Govindas Konthojam reminded that concerted efforts by every ethnic community are vital in order to build a strong Manipur. He made the statement during the 160th Foundation Day celebration of Thanil Khun, Kalalong, located at Bishnupur Ward number 7. 24th Youth Literary Day 2026 of Kalalong Youth Club was also observed as part of the celebration. The attendees led by MLA Govindas Konthojam took out a procession where sacred fire was taken from Thanin Khun Memorial Stone Mamang and concluded at the local community hall. 10 residents of community hall were honored with cash, incentive and certificates for the achievements in their respectable fields. MLA Govindas further stated that despite being a small state, Manipur is known for beautiful cultures and traditions which are still followed and preserved by its people.
अखोई इकोनॉमी नोमगी डाउनवर्ड्स ओरपा अदना इंटर अखोई मणिपुर से मसी से याम चममनबा अवाबगी स्टेज अमदा अखोई लै अखोई म्योइबा अखोई पुनसिना चाना चिना नुंसिना लेमिनरबा कानखकदा अखोई से प्रोग्रेसिव ओइबा ngame साखटपा ngame हाइले अदना अहान मकदा अहान हाइजनिबदी मसी पेनबिरिबा अखोई से लेबिरिबा क्वाई अखोई पुनमकना होनरे हाइगा मणिपुर से शांति परोखनबा हौगिबना हौरे मसी तुंगी मिरोगी दमत खल हाइरगा अखोइना अमतो ओइबा वाखलोम अदुगा अखोइना अखोइदगी थापोम चतखरबा पुनमक्सिंग असि अमु हन कोनसिल हाइरगा मणिपुर असि तंगदु लैताबा मांजिल था चतबा मणिपुर अमा ओइननबा होनबदा सरुग यामिनसी हाइबसे
Members of Manipur Petroleum Dealers Fraternity (MPDF) met with Commissioner Home at Old Secretariat today to deliberate on the ongoing strike of MPDF of shutting down petrol pumps across Valley District since Saturday. The strike was launched following a bomb attack on a fuel station in Bishnupur district and continuing extortion-related threats. It is said that the meeting failed to adopt an understanding between the two sides. MPDF is set to hold a meeting to discuss its following course of steps. National Youth Day commemorating the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda was observed across the state today, reaffirming his idols of youth empowerment, character building and nation building. The main observance was organized by Vivekananda Kendra, Kanyakumari, Manipur Vic Hub at Banting Hall, Reims, Imphal. MLA of Thongju Assembly Constituency, Thongam Biswajit, led the gathering in offering floral tributes to the portrait of Swami Vivekananda. Addressing the program, the MLA highlighted the life and contribution of Swami Vivekananda, stressing his core teachings of self-reliance, discipline, and truth as essential values for building a strong India. He said, National Youth Day is not merely a day of remembrance, but a call for meaningful action. The MLA also spoke on Swami Vivekananda's humanitarian service and humanistic philosophy, describing youth as a bridge between a glorious past and a grand future. He asserted that the destiny of the state and the nation lies in the hands of the youth. The program featured Santi Path recitation, devotional songs, speeches on the significance of the day, distribution of spectacles to selected beneficiaries, and chanting of Santi mantra.
Dialogue tauba any kind of initiative tauba youth ki darkar yamna lay ngasi hek chawga youth ki chawba pot pura maching chakoina koi mama hoiba gajan ko jingina koi thamjan ba chatla si una yedina koi youth singsi don ma gyan ta te haise banate chawba mana patam kudima ma te kosa kudima manghan biche chumbe da ma de ta chawba chawbi loi re hojik ti akoi machin amatani atuba integrated manipur ma aduga integrated oiba aduga yamna powerful oiba yamna strong oiba leba kama leba do develop leba ma ko matamda youth singi ro sinse amna chawi haijage.
In a landmark judgment, the Maintenance Tribunal Thobal has directed the children of a senior citizen to provide monthly financial assistance, marking the first such case in Manipur under the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act 2007. The case, filed by a senior citizen from Thobal Athokpam, was taken up by the tribunal presided over by SDO Thobal, Arvind Hanglem. After hearing both sides, the tribunal ordered the legally obligated children to pay 10,000 rupees per month as financial maintenance to the senior citizen. Speaking after the hearing, Arvind Hanglem said that under the Act, senior citizens have the legal right to financial security and maintenance from their adult children or heirs. He appealed to the public to be aware of the provisions of the Act and encouraged senior citizens to seek legal remedies if they are neglected or deprived of support by their children or heirs.
Mayam punna akogi maintenance officer, district social welfare officer thobal yauna akoi case proceeding chathare ba matungda akogi ahal loireba ima babung singbu mokoi du hatibe yaroi haiduna akoina maintenance allowance aina 10,000 pibagi haiduna rai maina takre aduga khangdaba mayam akogi senior citizens lebiriba thawal district bu oire adi manipur gi atop district bu oire sigi exe ever oibiu aduga concern is the che ama sumaina thaba yai haibugi akoi chawrapa awareness ama pijau.
The Internal Quality Assurance Cell IQAC of TS Paul Manipur Women's College, Mongsangai, in collaboration with the College Development Council Manipur University, organized a one-day orientation and sensitization program on the theme, the 4-year undergraduate curriculum under NEP 2020, an examination framework at the college conference hall. The program was attended by Principal of TS Paul Manipur Women's College, KSH Devendra, Dean of the School of Human and Environmental Sciences, Manipur University, Professor S. Jipon Kumar, and the Controller of Examinations IC, Manipur University, Tokpam Santi Kumar, as the presidium members. Resource persons included Principal of Liberal College, Luang Sangbam, Professor N. Sanjoy, Associate Professor K.H. Dines Kumar from DM College of Teacher Education, and Assistant Register Examination, Manipur University, Suchitra Wangkhem. Speaking as the chief case of the program, Chairman of the University Level NEP 2020 Syllabus Implementing Committee, Professor S. Jibon Kumar, highlighted that India's first national policy on education was introduced in 1968, and since then, the educational system has undergone several reforms. The NEP 2020 was implemented all over India, and by the end of 2022 and the beginning of 2023 under the UGC, several education programs were aided. Manipur University, being a leading institution in the state, is actively implementing this policy to align with national educational standards and ensure a progressive academic environment, he added. Former Union Minister of State Dr. R.K. Ranjan launched his latest book, Geopolitical Relation of the Princely State Manipur with Neighboring Regions, at the New Delhi World Book Fair at Bharat Mandapam. The launch featured a panel discussion attended by National Book Trust Chairman Professor Milind Sudhakar Marathe, NBT Director Yuvraj Malik, Lok Sabha Director Interpretation Dachbanta Samon as moderator, and Dr. Ibomcha Sharma Aribam of the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs as a panelist. Speaking at the event, Dr. Ranjan highlighted Manipur's historical role as a strategically significant and diplomatically adept kingdom that maintained complex relations with neighboring regions, including Myanmar, Assam, Tripura, and the British Raj. Based on extensive archival research and field work, the book examines Manipur's geopolitical past, key conflicts such as the Burmese invasions and the Anglo-Manipuri War of 1891, and the enduring relevance of its struggle to balance identity, geography, and sovereignty. Dr. Ranjan dedicated the book to the people of Manipur, describing it as a tribute to their resilience and historical significance. Former Minister of State of External Affairs and Education, Government of India, R.K. Ranjan inaugurated the one-week capacity-building national workshop on the Integrated Teacher Education Program, ITEP implementation and NAG Binary Accreditation Framework held at Lilong Haurebi College, Manipur. The program was sponsored by the National Council for Teacher Education, NCTE, New Delhi. Principal of Lilong Haurebi College, Professor Mohammad Sadr Shah, Professor Dibya Jyoti Mahanta, Chairperson, ERC and CRT New Delhi, Professor Prem Lata Maishnam, Dean School of Education, Manipur University, A. Robertson, Coordinator, IQAC, Co-Convener Dr. L. Dorentro, and faculty members to attended the program. Addressing the gathering, R.K. Ranjan said ITEP represents a paradigm shift in the preparation of teachers in India. By integrating subject knowledge, pedagogy, experiential learning and ethical orientation into a single four-year program, ITEP seeks to restore teaching as a rigorous, respected, and professionally grounded vocation, he shared. He pointed out that for a diverse and culturally rich state like Manipur, this integrated approach is especially relevant, as education here must be rooted in local realities, linguistic plurality, social diversity, and community engagement. However, the implementation of ITEP poses unique challenges for institutions in Manipur and the northeastern region, he said.
Is intended to encourage wider participation of colleges that were previously hesitant or excluded from the quality assurance process. For many colleges in Manipur, especially those located in rural and minority-dominated areas, binary accreditation can serve as a gateway to quality enhancement, institutional credibility, and national academic integrations.
The Manipur Human Rights Commission MHRC today released its wall calendar, table calendar, and diary at a small function held at the office of the Manipur Human Rights Commission. The publications were formally released by the acting chairperson of the commission, Kangjam Khagendra, along with Secretary Haubam Rosita and Under Secretary Muhammad Jiur Rahman. The event was attended by officers and staffs of the commission. It was stated that these materials have been developed as awareness and campaign documents to promote and spread human rights consciousness among the public in accordance with Section 12H of the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993, which mandates the Commission to undertake initiatives for human rights education and awareness. The calendars and diary contain concise explanation of important human rights provisions enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights (UDHR) and the Constitution of India. They also highlight significant national and international human rights day and events observed throughout the year, with the objective of fostering greater understanding and respect for human rights values. Chief Justice High Court of Manipur Justice M. Sundar today formally released the High Court of Manipur calendar for the year 2026. The calendar includes statutory holidays, festival observances, and vacation periods connected with the Gregorian calendar and regional requirements for judicial functioning. The release ceremony was presided over by Chief Justice M. Sundar in the presence of judges of High Court of Manipur, Justice A. Bimol, Justice A. Guneshwar Sharma, Justice Golmai Gaifun Shillu, Director, Manipur Judicial Academy, and Registrar General High Court of Manipur, Ojes Mutum, senior advocates and other members of the Baran, officers of the High Court Registry. In his remarks, the Chief Justice highlighted the importance of going in tandem between bench and bar. Following the calendar release, a brief but cordial exchange of pleasantries took place between the bench and members of the bar, symbolizing the spirit of mutual cooperation and respect that underscores the relationship between the judiciary and the legal profession. Delegates from Pungcham, Yangray-Ram carried out a cleanliness drive today at the Kamasom Waleli, the host venue of the 58th RKL Meet 2026, setting an example of civic responsibility and community spirit. Nearly 60 delegates cleaned local streets and playgrounds, collecting litters such as food wrappers and other waste. Carrying sacks and carton boxes, the youth actively participated in the initiative, which reflects a growing tradition at the RKL Meet, with similar efforts undertaken by delegates from Chingjaroy and other groups in previous years. The initiative, described as a routine sense of duty rather than a special act, has increasingly become an exemplary service during the RKL Meet, according to Pungcham publicity in charge by Miso Jimek. Additional Director Education S. Imphal West District, Guru Mayum Anita, paid an inspiring visit to the ongoing NCC Manipur trekking expedition at Chairauching, Thangmaipan. It was stated that the visit aimed at motivating cadets and reviewing the various training of mountaineering and trekking activities being conducted at the camp. Upon arrival, the Additional Director was warmly welcomed by Camp Commandant Major Bigyan Chandra Rajkumar, NCC officers, PI staffs and NCC cadets, followed by a detailed briefing on the camp's objectives, daily training schedule, and achievements of the cadets. Addressing the cadets, the dignitaries praised their disciplines, enthusiasm, and commitment to the ideals of the NCC. They emphasized the importance of youth participation in nation building and encouraged the cadets to uphold the values of unity, leadership, and service. The visit also included interactions with instructors and camp officials, as well as an inception of training equipment and survival ration, which are found easily in jungle. Under the aegis of Manipur and Nagaland sector, the first batch of the 4-week dog refresher training program was formally inaugurated at the 8th Battalion CRPF. The training program was inaugurated by Commandant 8th Battalion CRPF S.H. Chandrasekhar in the presence of other senior officers of the battalion. A total of 12 trained dogs are participating in the program, along with 10 dog handlers and 8 assistant dog handlers. It was stated that the refresher training aimed at enhancing the operational efficiency, obedience, discipline, and skill sets of the dogs and handlers, thereby strengthening the overall security preparedness of the force. During the inaugural session, Dr. L. Arjun from the Veterinary Hospital Bishnupur shared his valuable thoughts and expert guidance on the health, care, and fitness of working dogs, emphasizing the importance of regular veterinary support for maintaining peak performance. Addressing the gathering, Commandant 8th Battalion CRPF S.H. Chandrasekhar highlighted the crucial role of dog squads in operational duties and stressed the importance of regular refresher training to keep them mission ready. He motivated the participants to undergo the training with dedication, discipline, and professionalism. The Youth for Corporate India, or YFCI, charitable institution is imparting pre-armed forces recruitment training at Khongnem village in Senapati district, aiming to prepare local youth for careers in uniformed services and the corporate sector. Speaking to media at the training center, Bizu Mao said that after serving the nation for 32 years in the Indian Army, he was motivated to continue serving society by guiding young aspirants through structured training and discipline. According to Mao, over 200 candidates have been recruited into various uniformed services, including the Indian Army, Indian Navy, and paramilitary forces, while more than 300 others have secured jobs in sectors such as aviation and hotel management. Selection for the first batch of 2026 was conducted on Monday. The 5-month training program, scheduled from February to June, will admit 50 candidates and focus on physical training and preparation for written examinations. The institute also plans to introduce security-related job training from this year. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Internally displaced persons launch agitation demanding rehabilitation, hold meeting with governor along with Kokomi. Iring Naga villagers block Tiger Road in spat over dismantling waiting shed. Situation reported tense. Dessam storms Bossam office demanding action against suppliers of substandard peppers. Honoring religion, tradition is duty of each individual, says former Minister Govindas Konthocham. That's all we have in this Primetime English Bulletin. Next we have ISTV Manipuri News at 9 p.m. Till then, good night.